that. All right, today drum brakes. Kind of go through tips and tricks and what I run into, problems and stuff. This is a 1988 Ford Ranger XLT 2.9, and it's just two-wheel drive. Gonna redo the shoes, the drum, springs, inside the piston.
All right, what are we gonna do, bro? What are we all replacing?
Brake piston, springs, shoes, drum, obviously. That's about it, really. Top hats. All right, let's get to it. We're safety class.
Sounds good.
This is a cool tool to have, by the way. You also don't need it. That's why I don't like them. That, spread the spring a little bit. Come down here.
Yeah, those springs always scare me, dude. Not gonna lie.
Even the cameraman should be wearing safety glasses. Coming off. Just one.
Nice.
What I always like to do, anything you're taking off, usually reset up. So, first spring, obviously that one was in front of everything, so just kind of remember. That's going to be your first spring on the right side. Now, when you got the first one off, it's kind of cool to come back to this tool. What's this thing?
Yeah, so where'd you get that tool?
I think this one was O'Reilly's. Safety glasses. But it's cool because it spins and it catches underneath the spring like that, and then it just rotates it off like that. Oh, almost. Man, it makes it really easy. They're cool. And this one came with the spring opener and compressor, I guess.
Nice.
And then yeah, this one helps too. All right, so right spring, left spring. So this one obviously went behind that spring, so we'll kind of set them up like that. Spring, spring. Next, we're gonna come over here. This is gonna be your brake cable.
Where are you looking?
This guy right here, this cable comes up to that. That's gonna be your brake cable, comes down here to the adjuster. This is gonna be your adjuster right here.
All right, okay. All right, here. I'm gonna switch to a time lapse and we'll let you just get rolling, bro.
Catch you up a little bit.
All right, yeah. Where are we at, Trevor?
Just took off the top two springs, one of the top hats, and the parking brake cable. Next, we're gonna take off this other top hat. I realized they're really easy to get off if you just grab the whole fucking top hat, squish it down, and twist it. Usually they want you to have like the special tool or whatever to do it, but it's fucking simple. Anyways, we're gonna do this one on this side. Come over here. If you just grab the whole top hat like that, be sure to push on the back of the pin and push it down, and then just rotate it a little bit. As you push it down, it just comes off like that. You don't need a special tool or anything. So yeah, there's the other top hat. Now the whole brake shoe should just come off. There's that. It should still be stuck on by that one spring and the parking brake cable right there. That's all perfect. This is your other, I don't know what you call that, but it holds the two
just
shoes
another bracket
apart from each other.
Go.
So yeah, just took off both. No, mother. Anyways, just took off both the springs,
cool.
right? Drop the adjuster and the brake clean. There's your adjuster. Came off right there. There's a little bracket that pivots on with the spring.
A lot of stuff. A lot of little mechanical
Well,
components.
there's a
There's a lot of springs.
Brake shoes are fun, man. So yeah, there's that side. Come back over here. This is gonna be the only thing left holding on your brake. It's literally all it is. You could just take a flathead or anything, just pry it off. That's it. It just sits right there. And then this is what you're going to be reusing from your old shoes, is this arm. And this is your parking brake cable, I guess, guide. It rides on that.
Okay.
But we'll come over here, pop off that pin, drop that, and then pop this off and put it on the new shoes.
All right.
That's how you take off shoes. And
Alright,
then come back up here to take off the piston. There's 2 bolts on the back side right here. And then you gotta take off the brake cable.
Let's see if I can get back there. Point them out.
And there should be 1 bolt right. 1 bolt right here. 1 bolt right there.
Yeah, I don't know if I can see it.
And then your brake cable. And then this piston will come off. You're gonna reuse these 2 forks. That's about it.
Nice. Right on, man. All right. Well, you ready to put in the new stuff?
Yep. You gotta take off this shit. Time lapse.
Sounds good.
Ba-boom. There's the brake piston. Just the 2 bolts and the brake line in the back holding it. There's the look of it. Those 2 bolts, brake line.
Hold on, get a little closer.
And that's it. It just goes up in there. It's notched out perfectly for it, so you can't fuck that up. There you go. Now we're gonna replace all this. We're gonna replace this spring, we're gonna replace the piston, replace that spring, this top hat, that top hat, the piston and the 2 shoes and the drum.
Awesome.
Boom.
All right, dude.
That's drums. Easy way.
Well, time to put the shiny stuff on.
Yeah, time to finish. Well, now we got clean.
Ah, yes. All right, man. We got everything cleaned up. What's next?
So far we've gotten the back housing, well, the bracket that the drum sits on, all clean. Right here, right here, right here, and these 3 on the other side is basically your contact points of where your shoe's gonna rotate on. So I've seen some guys do this quite a bit, so I think I'm gonna do it. We're just gonna put a tiny bit of anti-seize right here, just because this is where contact patch is, and this is where it's rotated on. The shoe pivots on. That's where it lives most of its life. So not much at all, because you definitely don't want any type of this anti-seize flinging inside the drum or compromising the surface of the shoes. So just like that, just a little coating, nothing big. It'll help the shoe rotate on there. I don't know if you could see, but those are like your contact patches on there that it rotates and opens back and forth. But now, as we put on the new parts, the old parts we gotta reuse, for instance, like just that bracket, the cable, this bracket, the adjuster, this arm. That's all stuff you want to clean and kind of take your time on cleaning, because you also got to remember the shoe is encased, so everything that's inside there that's dirty, it's always going to be dirty, so you want to clean all that shit out. So take your time cleaning, get some brake clean, get a brush, spend your time cleaning each part as you put it back on.
All right.
So we got everything set up perfectly. Everything matches up. The springs and everything look right. Right parts. I'm not too sure what these are. If someone wants to tell me what those are. I have no idea. Right now we're gonna come to the old shoe. We have to take off this pivot arm. It's just that little clip right there, and then we need to take off this guide. This is what your parking brake cable rides on. So that's what we're gonna go to the paper bench and do. Go over here.
Go.
Alright, come over here to the little workbench. After that, each shoe is actually a different size. I don't know if you could see that. But one shoe is actually longer than the other. If I remember right, the long ones go in the rear, short ones in the front. But this will be able to tell us right now because we got the shoe here. See, is that a long or short one? That's our long one. Yeah, long one's in the rear.
Nice.
So we're gonna de-dress this shoe and redress this shoe. Oh, be sure and not touch. Do a better job than what I'm doing. Don't touch the surface of the shoe because you'll compromise it a little bit with the oils and stuff from doing this job. But yeah, so first off, gotta make sure that they're the right shoes. This one's backwards. There you go. Both line up. Everything's good. Holes. Come over here. We're gonna take off this pin. Just gonna spread it apart if you can. I'm just taking a small flathead for starting the spread. Like that. Gonna open her up a little more. Move to a bigger flathead. Oh, that one's way too big. Also got another trick. This is actually my snap ring pliers. Come in here with the snap ring pliers. Rotate this
Almost
over.
worked.
Rotate that over. Well, these snap ring pliers have a nice little thing in there to where I'd grab the snap ring and spread it apart for you. Kind of like that.
Nice.
Knocked off one of my arms, so. Spread this guy.
There you go. Better? Almost?
Should. I'm gonna take this.
Definitely have to editing some of this out.
Struggles are real! No. But all you're trying to do is just spread that snap ring. That. Stick a little flathead on this side. Pry that little fucker off.
Jeez, okay.
Don't worry about that because the kit came with the new one. So after you pry that fucker off, arm just drops down. You want to clean all that up because it needs a nice pivot point right there, all clean. So there's the arm. Come back to this guy. I was confused about this because the new shoes don't come with any type of guide. I thought they would. So I guess they want you to reuse this guide. It should be pretty easy. Yeah, they just pop out. Seems like they just recess back into here. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, so you want to do that and then reuse this arm, put it in there, get your new clip, put your clip on, pinch the two arms, and there you go. We you want to clean up all this. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Well done, dude. Well done. Alright, bro. All cleaned up. What's next?
Installing the new pivot arm. Took it off from the old one. So you're just going to install it. Make sure you got it in the right hole. All the lines, all the holes line up. Got the right shoe. Put that guy right there. Grab your clip. Slide your clip in.
Nice. Oh, excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
Guess what's gonna get it out?
Go like that. Get your clip in there. Make sure it rotates nice and easy. Come back to the clip. And I want to pinch these two in. Just like that. Make sure it still rotates freely. It's not going to come off. And then with this guy, it's just going to recess back into there. But I don't know if this rotates or not. It feels like it might rotate a little bit because of that cable. So shits and giggles, I'm going to put a little tiny bit anti-seize on the back of that guy. Boom. And the anti-seize will probably even help it sit in there for reinstall. There we go. So now this shoe is all good. Put on the new springs and reinstallation.
Here we go.
Well, we dressed up this shoe. We're all done there. Got a couple more things to clean. But right now we're going to install the new piston. This is the new piston. Remember to take off that. That's where your brake line's going to go. So you're going to install this guy right here. Line up how it goes. 2 holes, brake line. Bring it down into here. Slider in there. You're going to come to the back side. Reinstall your brake line. Torque down your 2 bolts from the back side. And that's your new piston installed. Don't forget to re-put in your arms, or forks, whatever you want to call them. Be sure you push those guys in all the way on both sides. And that's it. You got a new piston installed.
Nice, man. All right, so getting ready to put everything in?
Yep. Time lapse.
All right, brother. So you done cleaning?
Done cleaning, putting everything back together now officially. Somewhat. So first, start this shoe with the pivot arm. Come up here and reattach it to the parking brake. You want to push that spring back. Gotta do it with my strong hand. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there it goes.
Looks like a pain in the ass, dude.
A little bit. But what you're trying to do is compress that spring a little bit to get this pivot arm on. So reattach that spring to the pivot arm like that. That's how it sits. Come up here, put back on your shoe, like so. Nice. Come down here, grab your arm and your new spring. New spring. Make sure you put this on the same way it came off. Next, we're going to put on the top hat and the spring so it stays there. Come around to the back side. Line up the holes. That's top hat spring and top hat. And you push that down onto the top hat. Need my
Where's your pliers?
back at the other bench.
I got you. Alright, tap, what's going on? Sad face.
Fucking little hats. Guess that's where they use the special tool. Bring my nail nose. Not my glove. Oh, you fucking whore. It was right there, man.
Wow, I saw that. That looked promising too.
It was right there, man.
Alrighty. Well, Trevor and I struggled to get the shoes on. Definitely a two-person job. Now
Yeah, for
now
sure.
he's getting these big old sketchy
These
springs
fucking
in.
top hats suck.
Yeah, that took us
But,
a little bit. Had to go off camera for that one.
Yeah. Now I'm just reinstalling the springs. Here's the other spring. This is a cool tool to have. I like this little guy. Put it on there. Where are my safety glasses? Just in case. There's that one. Shoes are reinstalled. Now we just gotta reinstall this parking cable and that's it.
How's it gonna go?
My dumbass. Should go this way.
I see. Okay.
Like that. And then it goes around your guide on the back. Like so. Boom. And you hook it up to this arm. This arm. It's back there. Hooks up.
Hell yeah.
To that one. This is what adjusts the brake cable.
That's hard to see.
Is it? But this is how you're adjusting your shoes in and out. Then we put on last spring. Last spring. This guy goes, I believe, and that guy, and then we stretch it to the other pivot arm. That should be it.
Is that how it goes?
Probably not the proper way to use this, but that's how I use it.
I think it's what it. I think it is what it's for. Nope. Nope. This the boot's off. Here, I'll hold that.
What a dick.
We're gonna.
There we go.
You got it?
Yep.
Nice.
Just gotta get that guide back on. Let me see.
Oh, almost. She's in there, yeah.
Just double check that everything's lined up. That spring's on.
Is that spring right?
Yep. We can double check the other side too.
Cool. Alright, well yeah, let's double check everything, dude.
New spring. Now all you gotta do is adjust the new shoes out a little bit to where they're scraping just a little bit on the new drum. And that's about it. There you go. New drums. Alright. Little recap. This one's all done. New springs, new piston. Brake line's attached. Everything's torqued down. Now I'm just gonna go on the other side. Do the exact same thing, put on the other drum, and then adjust to where the shoes are barely touching it. Tighten everything up, and that's the brake job. Alright guys, that's what it takes for a 1988 Ford Ranger 2.9 liter. Get drums and new shoes on. Till next time, right?
Till the next one.